This is our remodeling client, and for the same prompt, who are the best kitchen remodelers in North Vancouver, they're showing up in the first set of responses on ChatGPT, on Claude, as you can see here, on Gemini, and Google's AI overview snippet right here. How is this possible? I'm going to show you how this client and all of our other clients in the remodeling space, we're helping them show up on AI searches. This is a non-negotiable in 2026. You're going to be left behind, and your competitors are going to be taking up all your leads if you're not showing up on AI searches. In this video, I'm going to break down first the difference between the Google and AI algorithms so you understand how they both rank websites, and then the 5-step strategy that we implement for all of our clients. And if you want to see the results that they get from this, definitely just check out our website here. You can see they're adding hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of months to their home service and remodeling businesses. So I'll link that down below, but either way, let's get right into this. So how does Google work first and foremost? So let me zoom in here. Google, as you know it, when you search up something like who are the best HVAC contractors in Vancouver, for example. I use this same document in another video, so you can exchange HVAC with any search or any contractor. They use a set of variables: crawling, intent matching, content quality, and depth of quality, authority, and trust signals. I'm not gonna go through what each of these means, but essentially what you need to know for the purposes of this video and showing up on AI is that what Google spits out is the most relevant sources it thinks you're looking for. So based on the search query and the terms that are in your Google search, the top websites are going to be the websites it thinks are the most relevant to the information that you're searching for. So if I search up who are the best remodelers in North Vancouver, like I just showed you, if I search that up on Google, Google is going to not just look for the best remodelers, it's going to look for who it thinks is the best remodeler based on the content of their websites. Now, Google's AI overview and Gemini, that's going to work differently because that's utilizing AI. But Google's search results, again, it's using your website to determine if it thinks you're the best or not. So if we take a look at AI now, this is the AI algorithm. I'm using ChatGPT as an example, but this kind of applies to all of them. Instead of taking the words and contents of your search to then produce results that it thinks are the most relevant, it is scanning way more areas of the internet to find the best possible response to your question. And so instead of this being a search, think of it like a conversation. It's trying to spit out the best response, again, to your prompt. So it's going to look at LinkedIn posts, Google Maps, website blogs and articles and website pages. It's going to look at news articles. It's going to look at citations and directories, many more variables than Google search is taking into account to then again give you a response to the conversation. In both cases, with both the Google and AI algorithms, they're trying to give you the best result for what you're looking for. In the case of Google and the case of ChatGPT and large language models, these are businesses. This is software. This is a product. And they want to keep users on the platform for as long as possible. And they want people interacting with the platform as much as possible. And to do that, it needs to give the users the best, most relevant sources and information, I'll just say. And so that's the similarity between the two. But Google is a lot more linear, as you can see, whereas AI is way less linear. It's taking into account way more things, and it's a lot more complex. And so if we take a look then at how we actually need to optimize for AI search to get your remodeling company number one, there's 5 different things we need to do. So I'm going to go through these each one by one. The first thing you need to do is specialize in one niche. So under remodeling, there are various types of jobs. There's bathrooms, there's outdoor remodeling, decks, there's roofing, there's kitchens like you've seen. Specializing in one specific niche, it doesn't have to be one thing like kitchens. It could be luxury renovations. It could be budget-friendly renovations. It could be anything, but specializing and catering towards one type of persona or niche is going to help you show up a lot better on AI prompts, especially because they're way more specific than a Google search. A Google search might be kitchen renovations near me, whereas AI is going to be, like you saw, who are the best kitchen remodelers for a budget of $20,000 in North Vancouver, BC. That's way more specific than a Google search. And so being specific in who you service and what the messaging on your website says is going to help you show up on those. So here's a couple action items for you to take away. First, pick one remodeling niche, okay? And the second thing is update your Google business profile description, your website homepage, the messaging across all of your marketing channels, even social media, so that it coincides with the type of person that you're targeting. The third thing, publish 10 to 15 blog posts exclusively about your niche. We're gonna get into the blog posts in a bit, but publishing these blog posts about, for example, if you're a kitchen remodeler, writing how much does kitchen remodeling cost in your city? How long does kitchen remodeling take? What this will do is cement you as an authority in the space of whatever your niche is. How long does kitchen remodeling take, etc. Action item number 4, tag every social post, review request, and email signature with your specialization. Reinforce it everywhere so AI sees consistent positioning across all your mentions. This is similar to action item number 2, updating your Google business profile and your website. But the difference here that I want you to take away is the consistency factor. Consistency has a time component to it. Frequency over time. Google and AI are not going to reward you if you're not consistently putting out new content, getting new reviews that also mention your niche and your specialty. So don't just change the messaging once and be done with it. Make sure that you're putting out new content consistently in the form of blog posts, in the form of landing pages on your website, but we'll get to that in a sec. The second strategy is local citations and directories. So AI platforms pull recommendations from high authority directories like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Houzz, Angie, Yellow Pages. When your business is listed consistently across these sites, AI sees you as a legitimate and established business. It's more likely to cite you over your competitors. So the more trusted directories you're listed on, the higher your authority score in the mind of AI is going to be. And the higher your authority is, again, the more likely it is to favor you. This is especially important for local searches like kitchen remodelers in Denver. So how do we implement this? The first action item, get listed. This is free to do, by the way, on all major directories, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Houzz, Angie. If you don't know what the main ones are in your specific area, you can go to Claude and just ask it, what are the main directory listings that my business should be cited on? Don't skip your business description. This is a great place for keywords to be implemented, your services, service areas, and photos. Second thing, ensure NAP consistency. This is name, address, and phone across every directory. What this does is it allows AI to identify who your business is. If your name, address, or phone number is different across different citations and directories, it might think they're two different businesses. So make sure that they're consistent across all of them. Use the exact same business name, address format, and phone number. Inconsistencies, again, confuse AI and lower your citation credibility. Action item 3, claim and optimize your business profile, Bing Places, and Apple Maps listings. These are different search engines, but these are the top 3 sources that AI uses for local business recommendations. So make sure you claim them. Number 4 is more of a tip than anything, but making sure that you get listed on industry-specific directories as well. So Yelp, Yellow Pages, BBB, those are generic citations and directories that any type of business can get listed on, but the industry-specific ones, AI is going to especially take into account as well, like NAHB, National Kitchen and Bath Association. You know the ones that are in your area. Again, if you don't, look on Google and look on ChatGPT. Chamber of Commerce, city/country, contractor, registries. So there's going to be directories and listings that are specific to a city or even to a state or province. Look for those as well. Okay, moving on to the third strategy, blog posting. AI especially is going to pull from blogs and news articles. And so when you publish posts like 10 best kitchen layouts for small homes, top 5 basement finishing mistakes to avoid, AI can pull directly from your content rather than other ones. And so when you use similar questions that your customers have and put into Google and put into AI and use those as the format for your blogs, you have a much higher likelihood of being seen as a credible source by AI. So how do you implement this? The first tip, what we do is publish 2 to 4 top 10 or best of article blog posts per month. 10 best kitchen countertop materials, 5 bathroom remodeling trends in 2026. You get the idea. Structure these with clear headlines. So you've got the heading 1 at the top, which is like the title of the blog post, but then you've got heading 2 and heading 3 headings within that. So when Google and AI look through and source information for its response, it's looking at the heading hierarchy of your content. So the heading 1, it's going to pull that as the topic of the blog. But then if you have individual questions or sub-questions or subtopics within the blogs, use H2 and H3 for those headings. Number 2, write award or recognition posts. So if you've won any awards in your trade, write a blog post about that, why you won that, and especially put in the name of your company within the title of that blog post. So for example, how's best service of 2025, BBB A+ rated for 5 years. AI is going to take this information into account, and it is extremely easy to do this, and you can use AI to write these blogs as well. If you haven't won any awards, you can still create milestone posts. So for example, this is including your social proof, completed 500 plus kitchen remodels in X city, 15 years serving X city homeowners, and then just insert your information within there. Again, if you can, put the name of your company within the title of the blog post. So again, AI associates Howman Renovations with 500 plus kitchen remodels in that city. Number 3, create FAQ style blog posts answering common questions that your customers have. If you find your customers come to you with the same type of questions consistently, it is a sign that they are probably putting those same questions into Google or into AI. And so I've kind of touched on this already, but creating blog posts that answer these common questions will get you a higher likelihood of showing up on these AI prompts. And blog posts overall aren't going to get you a ton of leads. These informational question-based searches and prompts, they're not always going to bring in leads, but what this does is gets your brand name out there and builds your authority online so that when someone does search up who is the best kitchen remodeler in your city or who is the best bathroom remodeler, you're likely to show up. Number 4, internal link all blogs to your main service landing pages. So kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, whatever, again, your specialty is and whatever landing pages you have on your website. In the content of your blog post, it's essentially a hyperlink within your blog post that links to another page. So if there's a word in your blog post that says, for example, if you're a home builder, if that's your specialty, if there's a phrase that says home building specialist in Denver, hyperlink that and then link to one of your landing pages that talks about home building. That actually brings me nicely into the next strategy, which is landing pages. They're services and location landing pages. AI platforms prioritize pages with clear, specific content over a generic services pages. So most of your guys' websites have the classic 5 pages: home, about us, services, contact, and then a project portfolio or some sort of project gallery. To rank on Google and on AI, you cannot have this simple 5-page website. You need to have specific service and location-based landing pages. When you have dedicated landing pages for kitchen remodeling in Aurora or bathroom remodeling in Denver, AI can cite you for hyper-local searches. Generic pages like services or what we do don't give AI enough context to recommend you. The more specific your landing pages are, the more search queries you can rank for on AI platforms. So I mentioned this earlier in the video. AI prompts are hyper specific. People are having longer tail searches and prompts with AI versus Google, where they might be looking for something simple like bathroom remodeling in Denver. But for AI, they're going to be searching up who are the best luxury bathroom remodeling companies in the Denver area. That's a way longer search than you'll find on Google. So how do you implement this? What you want to do is build one landing page per service and per location. So all you have to do to implement this is just think of your service and then a city or neighborhood. So for example, kitchen remodeling Aurora, bathroom remodeling Denver. These are 2 examples. Basement finishing Lakewood, that's another one. Aim for 20 to 30 plus pages covering all service areas. Yes, this is time intensive. Yes, you're probably thinking this is going to take me forever. Yes, this is what it takes to rank on AI search in 2026. The second action that we implement is structuring each landing page with the clear heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3 framework. I mentioned this earlier. Heading 1 is what the algorithm is going to identify the content of your page as when it's scraping the web for information to give as a response to the user. So for example, H1 would be kitchen remodeling in Aurora, Colorado. H2 would be our kitchen remodeling process. Another H2 would be kitchen remodeling costs in Aurora, and then an H3 might be why choose us for kitchen remodeling. These are just a couple examples. Of course, you don't have to use these exact words within your headings, but just think of it like that. So it's kind of like a waterfall or downstream effect. Heading 1 is like the main topic, heading 2 and then heading 3 are kind of subtopics within the main heading 1 idea. Action item number 3, include local stats, testimonials, and project examples on each page. So we've completed 200 plus kitchen remodels in Aurora. This is your social proof. Again, this is sending signals to AI algorithms that you are the experts in your craft or trade, and specifically your specialty. Testimonials from Aurora customers, before and after photos from Aurora projects. I'm using Aurora in this example a lot, but you were going to swap this out with whatever your neighborhood or city is. Local specificity signals relevance to AI. Number 4, add a frequently asked questions schema markup to each landing page. If you don't know how to do this, just look it up on YouTube for how to add a schema markup to your website. So for example, how much does kitchen remodeling cost in Aurora? How long does a kitchen remodel take? Do I need permits for kitchen remodeling in Aurora? These schema markups simply make your website easier to crawl for the Google and AI algorithms. Number 4, reviews. Keyword rich and consistent. Reviews are such a misunderstood aspect of search engine optimization and AI optimization. AI platforms cite businesses with strong review profiles because reviews signal trust and quality. It's not just about getting 5 stars or about getting 200 reviews, right? AI looks for keyword-rich reviews that mention specific services and locations. So when a review says, amazing kitchen remodeling in Denver, professional team, finished on time, those types of phrases, AI is more likely to cite you when someone asks, who should I hire for a kitchen remodeling in Denver? Review velocity, so review consistency over time, also matters. AI rewards businesses with recent, ongoing, not just a bunch of old ones. Action item number 1, ask every customer to include keywords in their review. So when you're sending out a text reminder or an email to ask your customers for reviews, don't just ask for a review and provide the link. This is the pitfall that most people fall into, and remodelers just don't get enough reviews because of this. Send them a template of what the review could look like and then the link to your Google business profile to write a review. This does 2 things. 1, it makes them way more likely to write the review because they now have a template to go off of that they could just copy and paste and then change around a few words. So it's not taking a lot of brain power for them to do this. It's way easier. They're way more likely to do it. The second thing is it makes it a lot more likely for them to include the keywords in your reviews because again, they know what it should look like, and you can include keywords like remodeling, renovation, and the keywords of your cities or neighborhoods. Second thing, generate 2 to 5 new reviews per week consistently. So you can set up automated review requests within your CRM. So there's Jobber, Service Titan, whatever you use in your CRM. It probably has the capability of setting up automated review requests. You want to make sure you have that set up because you as the business owner or manager are probably going to forget to manually send out requests for reviews. So consistency matters more than volume. AI rewards ongoing activity, as you've already seen. Third thing you need to do, respond to every single review within 24 to 48 hours. This is another opportunity for you to include keywords in your response. So for example, thank you for choosing us for your kitchen remodeling project in Denver. We're glad you're happy with the results. AI is going to see this engagement and reward activity within your profile, like responding to reviews. Number 4 here, get reviews on multiple platforms, not just Google. So encourage reviews on Houzz, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, and Facebook. Again, AI is going to pull from multiple sources. It's not just looking for your Google business profile like a Google search might. It's looking for these other directories and citations that have the capability of stacking and generating reviews. AI is going to pull from all these sources, so the more platforms you have, the more likelihood you have of being cited by AI. Diversification also protects you if one platform changes its algorithm. Too many people just go all in on one platform, and let's say your Google business profile gets taken down. Then what are you going to do, right? You almost have nothing left if you only have Google business set up. Make sure that on other directories, you're pulling in reviews to them as well. Another pitfall that renovation companies fall into is that because of the nature of projects when it comes to remodeling, you're not going to be doing 2 to 5 jobs per day like a plumbing company. You might be doing 2 to 5 jobs in the course of a month or in the course of a quarter. So you don't have a lot of people that can give you reviews. So if you look at most cities and the business profiles in those cities, for remodeling, they don't have more than 100 reviews in most cases. So you can easily beat out other remodelers just by having like 150 or 200 reviews. And that's not difficult to get if you don't limit your pool of people that can give you reviews to just your customers. So you should be going to your suppliers, your team, your office staff, your friends and family, anyone that can vouch for you as a person, and ask those people for reviews as well. You don't need to get them to lie and say that they were a customer. Just talk about your business, talk about the type of person that you are, and again, make sure that they include keywords in the review. Now, moving on here to close out the video, ranking on Google and AI in 2026 is a non-negotiable. The remodelers that do this are taking your leads and will leave you irrelevant in the years to come if you do not do this. And you know because you're watching this video right now. And if you're not okay with that, you need to do something about it, because you'll never show up on Google or AI by sitting around and waiting, as you've seen from this video, and the amount of work and effort it takes to actually get shown up on AI. So you can do one of two things here. One, you can watch the videos on my YouTube channel and spend around 10 to 15 hours per week implementing the tactics that will get you on AI and on Google. And if you don't want to do all of that yourself, you can book a call with me down below at the link to see how my team can implement this for you and just see if you'd be a good fit. If you want to see more about that, definitely click the link in the description. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.